Welcome back to another Bar Talk podcast. This is Andy, the least experienced in the restaurant industry. But I'm kind of taking lead on this. Jordan's floating around somewhere. I'm sure Carl will stop in. We are at the Mayflower Brewery's 400th anniversary of Plymouth party. They're launching their 400 IPA, which is a delicious beer. So we're going to be checking in with a bunch of different people here. Brothers Cash is here. Wolf Pizza's here. There's going to be music. There's going to be food. There's, of course, going to be beer. And so we're going to wait till people partake too much of the beer and kind of get them on and talk to them. And we'll have a lot of industry people on and see what's going on and kind of get the impression of the overall day and see what stupid nonsense we can get them to say live. Well, not live. Live. This is like live, recorded live in front of an audience kind of thing. We're just going to get people to say dumb things. So we'll be in and out for the day with different interviews with different people, and hopefully it will be entertaining for you guys on this episode of the Bar Talk Podcast. Okay, so we are here with Brent, who's the chef at Sukasa.
How you doing?
Sukasa's good friends of ours. We love Nick and Aaron. They're super nice people. And so you're a new addition to their staff, right?
Yeah, I've been friends with Nick and Aaron for the past couple of years, and I just started recently. They're at a point where they're looking for a change, and I was doing my own catering company, and things had been slowing down for the season, and it seemed like a good time and for both of us, and took on the job, and it's been a very fun process.
So Sukasa isn't Mexican food per se. It's more...
So before I started, I wasn't even sure what their concept or like style of food would be, or what Baja Californian cuisine was. So looking more into it, it's more like a fusion in that Baja area of a lot of immigrants from the Middle East, Lebanon, Asia, and of course Mexico,
right.
And all those traditional flavors. Like beef barbacoa is a rendition of shawarma, which is from the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's all derivatives. So looking more into it as I started the job, it's just like an eclectic fusion food.
Yeah.
Like it started around like the 40s and 50s.
Oh, that's cool.
In that area. So it's been cool playing with those flavors. I'm Lebanese myself, growing up eating a lot of Lebanese food, so it's like kind of cool to be able to impart some of those things I learned growing up with the restaurant.
So what was like your favorite dish that was existing on the menu, and did you get to add anything of your own?
Yeah, I got to do is pretty much. They told me I could do whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
My thought process behind everything as a chef coming into a new job, the more you change, the more you're gonna confuse all your staff that you're taking on. Like,
right.
So slowly, we kind of I tweaked recipes, added more flavor, got rid of things that were not financially sound or just dumb. Certain things like the pork gordita is delicious. Like what they were doing with it is I didn't change anything.
So like why change it?
Yeah. I'm not a dumb person. I don't change what's not broken.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make more work for myself. But no, it's something like pork gordita is delicious. We have a steak tartare tostada that we just put on that has been selling. Everyone. It's like kind of like, oh, I'm not sure about raw steak, and it's been really loving it. It's been good.
Nice. So you guys have a little pop-up booth here today.
Yeah.
What's on the menu for today?
So for today, we just brought assortment of tacos, just 3 tacos. We have the chicken beer braised taco that we have at the restaurant. It's just, today we use the New World IPA, but we usually use Modelo beer. Braise it down, pull it, a little cheese, pickled red onion, and chili crema. We also have a pork carnitas taco with pickled cabbage and Baja sour cream sauce, which is just like a spicy sour cream sauce.
Yeah.
And then we have a mushroom and squash mole taco. So it's a local mushroom and squashes that I source locally, which is part of my whole thing as a chef. I like to impart a lot of local farms and stuff as much as I can.
There's a huge farm-to-table movement in this town. I think it's phenomenal.
It's great. I worked with actually one of the farmers over the summer while I was doing my own catering company, Dave Perpa from Plato's Harvest.
Oh, yeah. Farmer Dave. Everybody knows Farmer Dave.
Of course, everyone knows Farmer Dave. That's a psychopath. But no, it's good. He's a good dude.
We love you, Farmer Dave. Please don't kill us.
No, what's it called? No, he's a great dude.
Yeah.
But no, it's like he's taught me a lot about what makes sense in food and helping put on things like mushroom squash taco. It's good. So it's mixed with mole sauce and it has a spicy pineapple salsa on top. and all our corn tortillas come from Bramhall's Country Store.
Sure.
Like most of the tacos in the town now, which is great though. Like it's part of the whole local movement.
Yeah, am I correct? Is that corn grown in Plymouth Plantation, or am I misremembering that?
Depending on the season, I don't quote me, but from what I understand is most all the corn is grown within Massachusetts. They have a big connection with UMass Amherst.
It probably started off that way, and where everyone orders from them now, they probably have to change.
It's gotten to the point where they do source from very sustainable farms. That's awesome. That's one of their benchmarks for their sourcing.
Nice. Let's see. So, have you tried the Mayflower 400 beer?
I did actually. I was in here a couple nights ago and I had it. It's a nice hazy double IPA.
Yeah.
Personally, I can only one or two of those, and my taste buds are a shot. But it was good. It's really delicious. It's really flavorful. It's nice.
And so I think the last thing I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot and be like, what is that one food that you eat that you're almost ashamed to eat because you're a chef? Is it do you go home and make yourself ramen noodles or Kraft macaroni and cheese?
Buffalo chicken pizza from a dirty bar pizza place. Are you kidding me? I grew up around here. I grew up in Middleborough. I love
Central Pizza.
Oh, love Central Pizza.
Central Pizza, amazing.
99. Monday, Tuesday, half price.
Yeah,
you still go.
Oh, it's so great.
Pitcher of PBR.
Yeah, for it's cheap money there.
As much as I like to support local companies, I do like to get a little dirty with my food and beer. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
No problem.
Well, thanks for taking a couple minutes out to talk to us. Hopefully, you have a great busy day over there, and we're gonna have to get you on for a full episode so you can join the nonsense.
Yeah, it'd be good. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Fish.
I know you're watching me tilt my beer towards your
board. Okay, so we are here with friend of the show and Hollywood legend. How's it feel, Kenny, coming off your big premiere of your Plymouth Chamber of Commerce video?
Oh, wow, yeah. I forgot I'd made that, so it was nice. Everyone said, I saw you in the video. But, yeah, that's been a great shared all around town. It's got so many shares. I'm glad to see people interested in the What's Good Plymouth movement.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Kenny Semke of Second Wind.
Yes. I don't have
I just
ubiquitous voice recognition.
Yeah, I just started rambling on. I know who you are. So, what brings you here today, Kenny?
I always love a good time.
Yeah.
And Mayflower throws great open houses. Can't beat 22 different beers on draft. All these great local foods. I'll probably forget some, but I know he's got the Brothers Cash,
Speedwell, Wolf Pizza.
Yeah.
So I think it's great other brewers are out supporting other breweries. I think that's part of what makes Plymouth great. And that was kind of part of what the video was about.
Indeed. Yeah, I followed Jeff Nardone in the video, and that's our mission right now is we've got great beer with 3 breweries in town, having the South Shore Beer Trail where you can start in Braintree, work your way down to Plymouth. We all, benefit from each other's cross promotion. So why not come out and support each other's events, make some beers together? It's definitely in our DNA. Very collaborative.
What does Second Wind have slated for 2020?
Oh man, so we have a lot of construction going on down the street. It's taken us 7 months to get to this point, but hopefully our second location will begin construction this month.
Yeah.
I recognize I just left myself with less than a week to make that happen, but we're optimistic that our building permitting woes are in the rearview mirror soon, so we can start construction there. No definite timeline. There's so much going on. And reality is we have a lot of focus on what's going on in the current tap room. Starting up another series of beer gardens. So we've got some meetings coming up this week.
Yeah, you were at
Bramhall's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of interest to pick that up again. Hopefully start a little earlier in the season.
Yep.
We also have another interested party in setting up another beer garden on a different day of the week. So potential for 2 beer gardens, 2 locations, a bunch of collabs.
And Second Wind's only been open 2.5 years?
It'll be 2 years in May.
Jeez, guys, you guys are hustling.
We're looking as well as outside of Plymouth. So our desire to bring people into Plymouth on the forefront, but at the same time we're trying to grow a brand and there's a lot of places right now that are catching the same fire with craft beer. So we just came back from a trip to Miami.
Nice.
Had a beer festival down there. That was a great time. Juicy in Miami, and then we had our beer on draft. Down in Florida, you can have guest taps. So
yeah,
we're still seeing check-ins, or up till last week, had been seeing check-ins from MIA Brewing, Spanish Marie Brewing. These great beer places like Box Elder down in Miami. So you think that's just one city, and there's hundreds of cities with this kind of passion for craft beer. So
sure.
We're going to try to tap into that a little more this year. Maybe do a little out-of-state distribution on a really limited scale.
Wow, nice.
Primarily just looking at events and opportunistic relationships, but yeah, not something I thought I would have been saying 2 years ago.
Right, yeah. We were just having a conversation where I'm like, oh, I have to email this person's PR, and Fish is like, do you realize you just said that and strolled right on to the next thing? And I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably take a moment. It's just weird. So the new tap room is going to have a lot more than just beer, right?
The primary focus will always be beer.
Yeah.
So in terms of there being some food, in terms of there being entertainment, we're not going to shift we still want to have the same intimate experience you can get at Howland Street, just be able to have a larger group to experience that. So the focus there, we'll have a plan for a 24-seat central bar.
Yep.
Additional seating for another 30 people. A kitchen being run by our friends who are currently running Kogi.
Yep.
They're killing it. So they were looking to. They actually approached us. They wanted to invest in another Plymouth business. They approached us and said this place would be great for both of us. We see it as another tap room. We said we agree.
Yep.
So they're going to be running a kitchen. No, not a restaurant, more of a extension of our tap room. So right now you come in there, you got Ramen Ichiraku doing dumplings today. We've had tacos in the past. We've had croquettes and poutine,
so many breweries have the pop-up food vendors. So this is
it's a permanent pop-up.
Permanent pop-up, yeah.
So, and that's how we're pitching it. You're not going to come in with intending to get a 5-course meal and sit-down service. It's going to be a lot of grab and go, very easy, comfort foods and things that pair well with the beer, with a food menu that should rotate as often as the beer does.
Yep.
So, hopefully it'd be a lot of items, $10 or less, that you just come in, sit down at the bar, grab a beer, and you want to get some tater tot poutine or something else, savory that goes well with the beer, potentially made with the beer.
Yeah.
It's an element, a new facet of the brewery, but definitely not pitching it second wind restaurant.
Awesome.
Similarly, we're not turning into a sports bar either. People keep asking us if we're going to have TVs and promote games. You want to go watch a game, go down to Speedwell.
Yeah.
I think there'll be we have to hybridize our approach, so we'll have the big games on probably. Don't want to miss a Game 7.
Right, or like the Super Bowl or something.
Super Bowl day. But for the most part, we're focused on the beer. We're focused on the experience community. So the best compliment we'll get is we've been able to recreate the magic down on Howland Street.
Yeah. Well, I think what you guys are doing is really fun and interesting and part of what makes Plymouth great. And
you as well. Who's got a better finger on the pulse of what's going on than you guys?
I don't know.
You get the scoop on everything. So
yeah. But I think it's great, and enjoy the event, man. Thanks for coming over and talking to us.
Yeah, pleasure. Anytime.
Awesome. Cheers. You can't have a Plymouth 400 party without Plymouth. You can't have a Mayflower beer party without Drew, the owner of Mayflower. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So how long has Mayflower been brewing?
We've been brewing for 12 years. We started in January of 2008.
And, obviously it's taken off. I feel like you're on that borderline, almost not a craft beer anymore. This place is huge. When you started, did you ever expect it to get this big?
Well, we were hopeful, and we've certainly seen some nice growth over the years. We're actually not nearly as big as people think we are. We've done a good job of getting our beer out into the marketplace through our direct distribution. And so we've got some sort of nice presence certainly in eastern Massachusetts, and we're currently selling in all of the New England states, and just a couple months ago went into New York City for the first time.
Oh, nice.
So that should drive some nice growth for us, but we're still pretty small in the grand scheme of things. We only did about 7,000 barrels last year, so we're still very much a small local brewery.
And so how is it being in Plymouth? Like, do you feel you would have this same following and the same push, or do you have an advantage being in Plymouth?
Well, certainly every brewery in their local market has an advantage as being a local brewery, and we definitely have that advantage in Plymouth. We think the brand resonates beyond that. Certainly this year, 2020, with the 400th anniversary of the Journey, we're expecting to get a lot of attention around that for the beer. But I think it's important for every brewery to own their home market, serve their home market well, address the tastes and interests of that market first, and if it resonates beyond that, all the better.
And you guys do a lot, like locally. You have the beer garden down in the Pine Hills. You work with Plymouth Plantation. Was that all by design, or did that just kind of happen?
All these things sort of evolved over time. I mean, when we first started brewing, Plymouth, to be honest, was a Bud Light town. And it's evolved quite a bit, both in the drinking scene and the food scene. The restaurants in the area have really gotten dramatically better over the last 10 years, I would say. And so we've gotten nice relationships with a lot of those vendors. Places like the Pine Hills have been really welcoming in terms of creating things like the beer garden down there in conjunction with us. And I actually got to know the plantation right away. The original food historian there when we started has been involved with the brewery in various ways over the years, ever since. And we just think that's a really nice connection. Given the history of beer with the Mayflower, having a relationship with the historical community around here is important to us.
And we talk a lot on the podcast about keeping your bar and restaurant staffed appropriately. You guys have a killer staff. Everyone here is so friendly. Is that a huge challenge? Was it luck? I mean, how did you find... I mean, you got Jimmy Sticks, you got Sarah. I mean, Jeff Nardone's okay, but I mean, how did you luck across all these people?
I think it's it starts out with the original people, and they sort of attract like people, I think. And so we benefited from a strong initial group of folks who are involved with the brewery, and they've attracted other folks of similar ilk. And selection is an important thing for us. We take it very seriously, and we'll take our time in finding the next person before hiring, just to make sure that they fit in with the rest of the company. Your comments make me very proud, because a big part of building the business from the start was trying to create a culture of quality and likability that I agree with you. I think we have a terrific staff. And
I mean,
we
definitely have to be
that.
proud. I mean, I've never seen anyone come in here and not feel welcomed immediately. And, it's so weird between, like, you have that when you're off work. Like, when I'm off work, I can do whatever I want. My job really doesn't know. But, these guys are features. So when they're downtown, even though they're not working, they still represent Mayflower, and they do it in a really professional manner,
Yeah, and they do. And we try to instill that in them, but, it really comes from who they are.
Yeah, and I mean, they are paying me to say this about them. So, no, Drew, I think you guys do amazing stuff here. We love the ability and the opportunity to work with you guys. It's been phenomenal for us. I love the fact that you are also another Mini driver.
Yes.
Because I pulled in, I'm like, who the hell's driving a Mini? Yours is a lot nicer than mine, but it's a great car.
It's got a lot of miles on it, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
I do a lot of driving, but it is a fun car, And, it's British, it should be. It's Mayflower. So.
The only time I didn't enjoy driving it was I was driving through Boston, and it was so, like, full of potholes. It's just like, I can't. It was like riding a roller coaster the whole way down the road. But it's a great car. Yeah.
Yes.
So we look forward to working with you guys a lot more in the future. And
well, we appreciate your support. We enjoy your podcast, and I know you've done a bunch of things with Jeff over the years.
Yeah, we got Jeff and I have orchestrated a showing of Casablanca here on Valentine's Day. I'm really excited to see that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So.
Yeah.
And thanks for letting us do what we want here, Drew.
Well, we're thrilled you're here, and I hope you're having a good time. And we'll have plenty more of these.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on the show. And
you bet.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.
Okay, so we are here with Kevin Lynch, a new friend. Welcome to the show.
Howdy, sir.
And so you find yourself here today at the Mayflower Plymouth 400th anniversary party. So I suppose the first question, what are you drinking?
Well, this one is, I was told by Drew, the owner, it's the new Nitro Milk Stout.
Oh, how is it? I haven't had that yet.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I could tell whether it's drinking or drunk, or I don't know what the right correct English word is, but I have sampled many a high alcohol content beer before, and I didn't like it. Anything 8% and above, the alcohol comes in way too strong and it overpowers the beer. But I will tell you this.
This one's 9%, I think? Yep.
9%. Yeah. And when I told Drew I can't do it, he says, okay. But then I said, okay, I'll try it. And I just sampled it. And what's great about it is the nitro made it a lot smoother.
Yeah.
And the alcohol was not overpowering. So I would recommend it, but not more than, 2.
9%.
Yeah, not more than 2, let's say within a 3-hour time period.
Right. We don't want anyone do anything dangerous. So.
Right.
There's always Uber.
What's that?
There's always Uber.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I matter of fact, I live within walking distance.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So, how long have you been coming to the brewery? Like, how did you first experience Mayflower?
I knew the brewery was over here, and I've been here. I don't know how many years they've been here, but what I know, I've been coming here at least 3-4 years when they were first starting out. And to their credit, they have grown their brand very, very well. And so I would come over here continually. What a fantastic environment. It's all about experiencing the ambiance.
Yep.
And I really like it. Whoever designed this place really sat down and did their homework.
Well, the funny thing is, when I first started coming here, it was before the tap room was still under construction.
Same here. As a matter of fact, you're right. Now that you mentioned that, it used to be a small little... Well, I didn't go in the back, but it was like right here, a small little counter, and you're right, I remember that.
Yeah, and so I started working here in the industrial park for my day job, and I'm sort of disappointed because it's so nice that it's really easy to swing by here on the way home. And
right.
And next thing you know, it's a couple hours, and you're like, oh man, what am I doing now? I gotta go home. Like, it's just too easy and too convenient, which is probably not a terrible thing, but it's such a fun place to hang out with such great people, and I'm always meeting cool new people. Sorry. I'm getting yelled at.
Well, but then when they totally renovated this, I'll tell you what, I'm very impressed, and someday I'm going to find out who designed this place.
It's a gorgeous tap room. And there's always something cool going on. It's a gorgeous tap room, and there's always something going on.
Okay. So then today, since I come here occasionally, I like to always go in the back room and spread my papers out. Retired high school science teacher, and as I would tell my students, I think great thoughts, and I write them down. And but I happened to see the flyer for the Plymouth 400 celebration. So I says, I'm sure to be here because I know both bands.
Yeah.
The guy,
the Fay band. And,
the Fay band I know
Q,
has a lot of high energy, and Mike, is it Mike?
Mike Q, yeah.
Mike McHugh?
McHugh, right.
McHugh, yeah. He plays down at a local place.
He plays the Speedwell a lot.
Speedwell, okay, I can say that.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was just down there yesterday, and I happened to have a Mayflower oatmeal stout regular carbonation.
Yeah.
And very, very good. And then when Drew said to try the nitro, and I said 9%, I kind of took a step back. but it is just as good, if I could almost call it even better, because of the smoothness of it.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, I made a note to myself to stop by here because I wanted to hear Mike, and I will cycle back later on because I do want to hear the Faye Band.
Yeah, I'm not sure what time they go on, but I'm looking
They go
forward to
on, I think, at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So Mike is on from 1 to 3 or something like that. Then there's an hour in between.
And then you
maybe
can get
4
some great
o'clock.
snacks because I know Speedwell.
Well, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home. I have a sick dog, and
yeah. What kind of dog?
Well, it's a small King Charles Cavalier. I always kid people when I walk the dog because the dog is so cute. I will say, 25 cents a pet. And believe me, if I had that dog in here right now, people would be coming up. But she's very, very, some sort of intestinal problem. And
That's too bad.
so I got to go back home and support my wife. And
well, I hope she turns out okay. And
appreciate that.
Thanks for talking to us, man. It was great
All
to meet
right,
you.
it's nice talking to you. You guys are doing a great job.
I'm sure we'll see you around more.
Awesome. Hope so.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, so we're here with Colette, who just introduced herself to me, and
Stacy.
So, first thing I feel like you should be asking, what are you drinking?
New World IPA.
Excellent choice.
Same thing.
Same thing. Have you tried the 400 yet?
We just got here, and this is our first
Okay,
beer.
so the 400 is excellent. I recommend it. So, this is Plymouth's 400th anniversary party, big kickoff, big year of celebration.
Woo!
Are you guys normal Mayflower Brewery attendees, or did you come specifically for this?
First time here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you just see it online and check it
Yep,
out?
saw it online.
Oh, so you're broken now. You'd be here all the time.
We do like it.
It's a great place. We were just talking about mug painting. We're running mug painting.
Yep.
They do so much fun things. They do charity events, and they're big on animals. There's tons of dogs around
Yeah,
here.
saw some really cute dogs.
Yep. So we got to run a Arts for Animals charity art show over the summer. We'll be doing that again next year. Are you guys brewery attendees normally? Do you what's your favorite other than Mayflower? What's your favorite brewery?
We normally drink wine, so we are more likely
okay.
to go to a vineyard.
Yeah.
And I've been to the Salem Brewery, Salem, Mass.
There's a bunch of them up there. We were just at East Regiment maybe about a month ago.
Yeah, I think I've only been to one other brewery.
Nice. So you just got here, but what do you think overall so far?
It's a lot of kids.
Huh?
A lot of kids.
Yeah. You know, this has come up before. That is the hottest contested issue in the brewery industry.
Yeah.
Do kids belong in a brewery or not?
No.
I have no. High five. I 100% agree with that. I have had many a heated argument. No,
no, they don't.
No, I agree.
I don't think so either. Kids are here.
Yeah, but it is the. We've actually been in breweries that have playrooms.
Yeah. I went to the brewery in Marshfield one time. Stellwagen.
Yep.
And we walked in and saw all the little children and left.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Very strange. I would never think to do that.
And my argument for that, because people would be like, we shouldn't be afraid to bring our family to places. And I go, yeah, but every place has a thing. They're like, no, it doesn't. Like, so I'm 45 and single. Should I be allowed to drink beers at Chuck E. Cheese? And they're like, no. And I'm like, my point exactly.
Are we going to take them to adult bookstores as well?
So, I mean...
There's adult things and
I
there's
agree
children
100% with you guys. You're on my side, so I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a real divisive issue. It's really interesting. So, what do you guys do when you're not hanging out at breweries and wineries?
Working.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, what do you do for work?
Catering. I do catering.
You do catering? Oh, nice. Like any specific kind of food, or like for who? Like what kind? For who, or?
I don't want to talk about where I work.
Oh, sorry. All right. Never mind. Sorry, my bad. Understandable.
Store manager. Celebrating 30 years.
Nice. That's exciting. So, I know you guys just got here, so you haven't gotten a chance to get out back yet?
Yeah, we took a quick stroll over there to see, what was going on.
There's some phenomenal food vendors here.
It
So this is my
like
chance to plug
yeah.
them, so I'm gonna. So we have Speedwell here, who's amazing chicken wings.
They're located right downtown. Are you guys from Plymouth? Or?
No, but we're from close by, and I've heard of Speedwell, but I've never had it before.
Yeah, our producer Fish is like elbow deep in some wings right now. Great chicken wings, and then further back there's Su Casa, which they're serving tacos today, and they're delicious. They're really good.
Try that out.
And then if you take a right inside the brewery, there's Brothers Cash, and they're the sweetest people. I love them so much. They're so nice. And I think they're serving chicken lo mein because it's Chinese New Year.
All right,
So
yes it is.
Yeah, so they're doing
Year of the Rat.
Yes, the Year of the Rat. You're right. And there's live music and a ton of other things. What is the one thing that you guys are most surprised at today, other than the kids?
I'm surprised how many people are here.
This is a very, very popular.
I thought there'd be more people.
You thought there'd be more
I thought
people?
there'd be more people,
Wow.
yeah.
It's still kind of early because this goes till 9.
Yeah, but it started at 12,
Yeah.
so it's halfway
Yeah,
in.
you're not going to go to a brewery.
But it's also Saturday, so some people are still working through their hangovers from last night. But
And it's a little dreary out, so people are getting a later start.
Yep, that's true. So, but I think it's great that you guys stopped by, and like you said, you may be coming to our mug painting, so I can't wait.
We are going to do the painting.
We'll see you then.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for making me force you onto the podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I wasted all my good material.
You're a Chabot, you have good material?
Right? all right. Ooh, warming up, man.
All right.
See? All right.
So I don't know, 2 years ago, Carl Heine reached out to me and was like, hey, we should start a podcast. And he wasn't serious, but we took it serious anyways. So we're here with Jordan Chabot, host of the Bar Talk podcast.
What up?
And his much more intelligent,
Oh, I like it.
taller, better looking, nicer brother, Ryan.
Why did I bring
Thank
you over
you.
here?
Ryan, welcome to the show.
I was like, I can't wait to have my brother on the podcast, and then Andy just
Keep
fucking
pumping my tires, man. Keep pumping my tires.
So, Ryan,
torches my
tell
ass.
us something terrible about Jordan.
Oh, man. You're putting me right on the spot. See,
But it can't be about him hurting himself, because, like,
Yeah, we already did a podcast about that.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Jordan will try. I'll do it for you because
Okay,
I know
thank
this drives my brother crazy.
yeah.
First off, I'll interrupt people, so I just did that.
Appreciate that.
Second thing I do that drives my brother fucking crazy is I'll like express my distaste in something, like I'll vent to him.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I'll vent and I'll be like mad about something that happened at work. And then as soon as he like takes my side, I take the opposite side and start arguing with
He
him.
flip-flops, man. He flip-flops. That's what
I am
Democrats do. You
I'm a
Shit,
fucking pole sitter.
My ex-wife used to be like, can you get me a drink? I'd be like, no. And then by the time I'm like, fine, I'll get you a drink. Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah, right. Right, so that's
I'm
one.
already
See,
mad.
that's actually
I'm
nice.
already
And
mad.
see, me, I create an argument for myself, and then when I get someone that's listening to side with me, I immediately start arguing with them for agreeing with me. My wife hates it. My brother hates it.
Drives me nuts.
And I answer people's questions for them, and I just did that too.
So, Brian, have you listened to the podcast?
What's that?
I said, Brian, have you listened to the podcast?
No,
Have I listened to it?
Yeah.
Admittedly, maybe an episode or two. I listen to the same 3 albums all the time when I'm driving around. So,
Well, we're
I
coming
gotta
up on 50
expand.
episodes. This is going to actually be the 51st episode.
damn.
All right.
Because we're reserving the 50th for the arm wrestling challenge.
Oh, word.
That'll be
That's
the
gonna
50th.
yeah,
And I
that's gonna
need
be
to
a good one.
know, is blood thicker than water? Are you rooting for Carl or Jordan?
Am I jumping in on this? Do I have to arm wrestle somebody?
No, but are you going to root for Carl or Jordan?
I'm big jawed all day, man. Come on. You know?
I will take Ryan's bet every second.
I gotta pull up a big jaw.
He's going to lose.
So, wait, no one's going to hear this till after the arm wrestling, right? All right, so I've actually been training for about 2 months, so I don't lose to Carl. I've moved into a house in New Bedford, and I was lucky enough to have a gym that I was afraid to use because I saw a spider in the basement, but I overcame my fear of that spider, and over the last 2 months I've been training. So if you guys listen to this podcast and I lost twice to Carl, then I'm going to seem even more fucking pathetic. Because I actually took it seriously.
But if there's a spider in the basement and it bit you, you get the proportional strength of that spider.
Not worth it. I don't want to touch the spider. I'd rather just be my own fat self.
So, more importantly, we're here at Mayflower Beer Plymouth 400th anniversary party. Why the hell are you guys here, and why aren't you doing what you were supposed to be doing?
I'll let you take that.
Oh, I was going to say that to you.
I'm quick, man. I'm quick.
This is, I think, our 5th time since Speedwell's been open we served food here today. We brought chicken. I think we brought chicken every time. Rye's pretty much worked all of them with me.
Oh, yeah.
We come as a duo for the pop-ups, but we sling some chicken. We make some sauces that pair perfectly with the beers they're featuring. So,
because you had a 400.
Yeah, 400.
Made with the 400 IPA.
Yep, inspired by the beer and by Jimmy Stickney, friend of the show. Interviewed him with Jake Hill, I think, around episode 20.
The legendary episode.
You got high by listening to that episode. Was that Kim's?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we smoked that place up. But anyway, fuck, where was I? So we made we always pair a sauce with like the beer they're featuring. So the 400 was the big beer, which is a big citrus-forward IPA. It is unbelievable. It's a New England-style IPA, about 8% alcohol by volume. And we made a sauce that was like a Thai sweet chili sauce, jalapeno puree, peach, papaya, and pineapple in the sauce as well. So it's big tropical fruit forward. Get people out of their winter depression or whatever the fuck they're going through. And we paired that with the sauce. That went well today, but the unsung hero was
maple garlic.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Yeah, we made the maple garlic sauce was fucking just like a last-second decision to bring to the place, and that took it.
By the way, I don't know if the listeners can understand who is who, because we sound so much alike.
Yeah, you are very similar,
so
but
they're
used to his voice.
I can have him do all the work for me and just put my name on it.
I'll give you a hint. Every time you hit that volume knob down a little bit, that's when I'm talking.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I can see it from here. It's spiked all the way across.
Yeah. Fish is fucking biting his nails and sipping his beer over there every time I get brother.
So I always say Jordan Chabot is like the Great Wall of China. His voice can be heard from space.
You get a couple beers and fucking Rye, he's the same way.
Yeah, I can go off, man. Nothing good. But
he's being humble right now because it's his first time over here.
But you guys are here recording with us because you sold out.
We sold out. Yeah, that's thank you.
You're done for the day.
All right, so last year, what did we bring? 40 pounds last time?
I believe so, yeah.
40 pounds of chicken. We sell them in half pounds, so 80 portions. Actually, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound like a lot, but there are other awesome vendors here, too.
Oh, yeah.
Brothers Cash, awesome getting to know Phil.
Oh, they're so great. I like them so much.
Good people.
Oh, my God.
Good food. Sukasa,
here, yeah.
right across the street from Speedwell. They were right across the street from us at the brewery today.
And then you got Wolf Pizza.
Yep, Brett Wolf Pizza.
Josh. I got to get my Wolf on.
Yeah, they're going there. That's
Saturday Standard at the Mayflower Brewery.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You should see Andy when he's like gets fucking nervous. He's not going to get his pizza. He came here on a Friday thinking it was a Saturday.
No, it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday. I was so pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? Where's the Wolf Pizza? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, it's Sunday. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Just to clarify, Wolf Pizza's at Mayflower pretty much every Saturday. Yeah.
Wood-fired oven pizza.
Yeah.
Pulls the trailer behind his car.
Yeah. So if you're like stuck in traffic, because there was like an event a couple months ago where he was on his way here, he lights the oven before he leaves wherever the fuck he leaves. I don't know, some pizza village or something, and he's stuck on the highway in like deadlock traffic in Boston with a lit pizza oven on the trailer of his fucking truck. So it's just fucking he has to light it before he leaves to get it hot enough by the time he gets here. So that was during the hometown throwdown. That's
yeah.
He was like 2 hours late because he was stuck in traffic. He's like, I just sat in traffic with a fucking 1,500-degree pizza oven on the back of my truck.
How could that go
wrong?
Right. But you guys have been doing pop-ups.
Yeah.
Dragon Wagon. What's it about? Whose idea?
When's the next Dragon Wagon, man?
Dragon Wagon. We're working on it. We took a little bit of a hiatus.
Yep.
But me and Rye, we work together in the kitchen every single Sunday at Speedwell. We're always coming up with different ideas. You could put everything in an egg roll. Everything in a wonton wrapper, roll it up and deep fry it. So we kind of collaborated and came up with an idea.
Came up with some different funky ideas, throw a bunch of stuff in an egg roll.
We've done a couple pop-ups at Second Wind
I'm
Brewery.
throwing the glove down now because it's more or less official. We're going to be doing double feature movies here in the Mayflower Brewery. And one Saturday in the not-too-distant future, we're going to do a Kung Fu movie double
Let's
feature,
go.
and we went Dragon Wagon.
Okay.
To come up with something cool.
Uncle Rye doesn't know, but I already signed him up for that.
All right.
Did you? Oh, damn.
We're gonna do all Wu-Tang feature themed egg rolls.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's going down. What are you gonna tell me, dog?
All right, we're gonna pin down a date.
We'll
All
pin
right,
down
I'm
a date,
in. I'm
and
there.
we'll talk movies.
Rad, man. Absolutely, bro.
Do you have a favorite Kung Fu movie?
I'm really into the Four Deadly Venoms. You ever seen it?
No.
It's these four brothers. They all have, they have different things that are wrong with them. So one of the brothers has no legs. One of them has no arms. I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head. It's been a while since I checked it out.
One of them can't remember.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's this brother right
His
here.
name is Ryan.
Yeah, there we go. That's the brother. And then they just kind of work together, and one hops on the guy with the legs, and without the legs hops on the guy's shoulders that has the legs. They fight together, and it's just wild. It was very interesting. So that's definitely one of the
four deadly
egg rolls. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
I love it.
It's all fucking
All right,
coming
that's
together.
gonna happen.
I'm on the spot.
He has to be there.
Yeah, and we're gonna set up. We have other things cooking. Me and you.
Yeah,
we're
we're
gonna
working
set up
on
a test date. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we got to do that. I'm a little overwhelmed at the moment with my schedule.
Whatever.
But I remember the conversation vaguely.
Yeah.
We have a Pictionary sort of idea going on.
Win, booze, or draw.
Win, booze, or draw. That's
Coming
what
to
it's called.
Speedwell soon.
Yep. Yeah. So that'll be a good time. And I think the next Dragon Wagon that we have in the schedule is here at Mayflower in May.
Nice.
So we're going to get through Hops and Hops Fest, which is our hot wing eating competition at the end of March. And then after that, Dragon Wagon will return. Allison, the designer of Mayflower's awesome logos, they just rebranded. She did an amazing job. She's going to come up with a sweet logo. So we'll have some fucking sweet Four Deadly Venom swag and shit.
I'm gonna dial it back. I think I explained that one wrong. I think it's the Five Deadly Venoms. I was mixing two flicks together.
Oh, let's hear it. Redeem yourself.
So for those who are gonna comment on this,
you can send your hate mail to Ryan
You can send it to ryshabit@gmail.com.
We got hate mail. Sort of.
Had a couple brews today.
I'm so excited. Come on. We always were like, hey, if you send your hate mail in. And Jay Mahoney was, so we had, I post the Bar Talk podcast around the internet, and this guy comes back with, your bartenders are douches. And first of all,
he spelled douche wrong.
Douche wrong.
He's
and
a
that guy
Deutschmarks.
is definitely a mixologist.
Yeah. 100%.
We trash pretty hard.
Yeah. A mixologist I can't spell? Yeah, I want that guy making my drink. I want that guy playing with fire behind the bar. Go fuck yourself, buddy.
So our next sit-down recording, we'll have to discuss and thank him for listening.
Yeah, absolutely. and honest to God, I love hate mail. Like, I want more. So, if I come across as a pretentious asshole, let me know.
Yeah, let him hear it.
You're a pretentious asshole.
There are a ton of people besides Andy and Rye that feel that way.
And you interrupt people. And you take the opposite side that you were just starting. Come on, what else?
Why do you guys keep calling this guy back? I mean,
but thanks, guys, for coming to talk to us.
That's awesome.
Go
Appreciate
finish
you
up
having
your
us,
day.
man.
Ryan, it's good to have you on
Respect,
the podcast
brother.
finally.
Thank
Jordan's
you, man.
like, I don't want Ryan on the podcast ever. I'm like, I'll make it happen.
Wow,
Jordan
that's
Shabbat,
what's up, man.
Ryan Shabbat, Speedwell Tavern. Come visit us every Sunday. We're in the kitchen together. It's the slayingest kitchen shift of all time.
10 to 4, baby. Come through.
The guy almost left. He stayed just to work Sundays so we could fucking throw down. Sunday days, let's go.
When they clear the ticket, they chest bump.
Chest bump
every time, baby.
Get to see my titties.
Thanks, guys.
Peace, fellas.
See ya. All right, there are some people who are legendary for weird reasons. And Matt Audette is legendary for being on more an EBR podcast than any living human being.
Yeah.
And he's back again.
Yes, hi.
So we just recorded with Ryan and Jordan Chabot.
Yep.
So tell us what the real story is. Sell them out. Tell them all their secrets.
About what?
Ryan and Jordan. What? You don't have any secrets?
Well, I think they were conjoined at one point.
They're kind of like the same person.
Yeah.
Weird, yeah.
But they have the same brain, it seems. But no, in all seriousness, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys
doing
blew
the
through
event today.
chicken.
Yeah, we did. Which is not a bad thing, but,
I had to get something else.
Sorry, buddy.
No, don't be. It was really good.
Good.
So what brings you here other than work and your girlfriend and beer?
Nothing. That's
it. Wow. Simple life this guy leads.
Yeah.
No, this killer is fucking wall-to-wall people.
Yeah, no, I expected that. I think everyone kind of did, for sure.
So let's talk about something we haven't really talked about with other people. Are you geared up for Monday's arm wrestling competition, which in podcast world will be last week, but now it's next week?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a good time. We'll see who will prevail.
Who's competing for you guys?
We have Michelle for the women.
Call her the ringer.
Sure. Yeah. And then we have one of our kitchen guys, Ozzy. He's going to be for the men's side.
So I've noticed Speedwell has changed guys every year.
Yes.
So are they like trying to find that guy that's going to take the cup home, or
maybe? Well, one guy moved. He's not in Massachusetts anymore. Then I think they made a rule where there's no bouncers.
There's no bouncers.
So that was our guy last year. Right. So he was going to do it, but then they changed that. So Ozzy, who was willing and stepped up to the plate. So
the one thing I've noticed about the Speedwell team is it's very, I don't know how you say this, but debt light. Like, there's not a lot of mat on that team. Like, why aren't you throwing in your belt? Like, why aren't you arm wrestling?
Because I'd get crushed. I don't want to lose in front of everybody.
Yeah,
there's some strong guys out there. So.
Oh my God, they're like monsters.
Yeah, exactly. That, and I'm not right-handed either, so that's another disadvantage to that. So,
I didn't realize you were a monster.
Yeah, I don't think I would win anyway if it was everyone else is left-handed.
Yeah, I can see that.
Definitely, I don't know. I'd feel really wonky. Yeah. But I have a lot of fun drinking beer and screaming during it.
Oh my God, so much fun.
Last year, I just remember having a conversation with somebody, and then I woke up and it was Tuesday. Yeah.
I've had those days like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you have any early predictions for a restaurant or a person that's going to go all the way?
No idea, because I have no idea who else is competing.
Okay. I feel like Michelle is still a strong.
She got knocked down last year.
She did, but
from Kogi, yeah. They had a ringer as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, I'm excited. It's awesome.
My money would be on her.
Yeah, but it's an awesome charity. It's a great event. A lot of people if people don't know about it, they'll hear this after it's over.
Right, but it's like, it's the craziest industry night in Plymouth because it's every restaurant in town.
Yeah, it's good. It's competitive, but it's fun competitive.
Yes.
It doesn't get,
And it's for the Plymouth Rocks charity, which provides money to the local school system for music and arts.
Yeah, which I obviously, I love that. So that's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got to say to you. I talked to you too much on this fucking microphone.
Yeah, fair enough.
So fuck off. Go have a beer.
Just want to say hi.
All right, man. A couple weeks ago, I pulled in the parking lot of Mayflower Brewery to drop off some stuff that they had loaned us, and I got violently angry because I was like, where the fuck is Wolf Pizza? And then I realized it was Sunday. But Wolf Pizza's here every Saturday, so we are here with...
Every Saturday.
No, your name.
Oh, well, I'm Josh with Wolf Pizza.
Josh from Wolf Pizza. What you're doing is amazing. You're here every Saturday.
Thank you.
Not Sunday.
Not Sunday.
For those of us who aren't paying attention. So, pop-ups are everywhere. You seem to be, I don't want to say raised above, but I'm going to say that.
Thank you.
You tow your own wood-fired pizza oven.
Absolutely, 100%.
How the fuck did you come up with that idea?
So me and my partner, Dave, we've both been chefs since, we both went to culinary school in 2010. That's where we met. Yeah. And we've just been cooking since. We've been in fine dining restaurants, really every scale of restaurant you can imagine. And then we got back together after, separating, traveling the country, doing different restaurants about 4 years ago. And then, we were like, we're tired of working for other people. Why don't we try and figure something out? We know pizza's a great marketing thing. Everyone loves pizza. Who doesn't? Right. And it's super easy to do. We've both done it before. So we were like, let's put these skills to work.
But you somehow pushed it beyond just sauce and cheese. Like,
absolutely, yeah.
You have the garden gnome.
Yep.
Which is, I know it's got shaved Brussels sprouts on it.
Yep.
What else is on it?
It's garlic cream base, and then it's got shaved Brussels sprouts, bacon, maple syrup vinaigrette, and shaved pecorino.
It's amazing. It's
Thank
so good.
you.
And so, do you mainly focus on breweries like Mayflower? Or?
Yeah, so right now we're focused mostly on different breweries like Mayflower, a lot of smaller breweries too, places that don't have their own food systems, which makes sense. They're doing the thing they do best, and we're coming by doing the thing we do best, And then we also do, private parties and events like that.
So I heard rumor that you drive around with the pizza oven lit.
Absolutely, yeah. As soon as we're done, we just break down, and then we can drive with it still hot. It's actually really cool because even on the highway, the way the air flows past the oven, it just pushes all the embers further in the oven as opposed to on the road for other cars to pop tires.
But you do other stuff too, because we were at Devil's Purse over the summer.
Yep.
And you were doing like a
fried chicken sliders.
Yes. Oh God, those were so good.
Thank you. Yeah. We're trying to branch out a little bit, and we do those for like private parties, and we're like, let's try and do this every once in a while at a brewery too.
Yeah. And so do you have like 5-10-year plan where you're like, well, pizza establishment's going to open? Or?
Yeah. So fingers crossed. Sometime this time next year, we'll be able to look into moving into a brick and mortar.
Oh, really? Okay.
It all depends on the right spot, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's the goal and the plan right now. We'll keep the mobile aspect going as well because that's just great and people seem to love it. And it's a great way to keep the name relevant.
Yeah. And so Mayflower is obviously hopping. I mean, you guys sold out today.
Absolutely.
Speedwell sold out, so I'm sure Brothers Cash and Sucasa's only
they
minutes
can't be
selling
far
out.
behind.
Yeah. What is it that makes Mayflower so special?
I think they've got a really great product. Their beers, they're creative. They always come out with something new. I feel like almost every other week I come here, I find something new or something in the works,
Yeah.
And then also just the people around Plymouth, they really seem to have a really good attitude and really focused on local food and drink.
And if, sorry, I'm distracted. I guess someone's knocking over our sign. So, say I'm fresh out of culinary school, and I'm like, I'm going to make a pop-up.
Not fresh out, no.
But if I was, I'm looking for advice.
Yeah.
Not for me, for listeners. So I'm coming fresh out of culinary school. I want to get on a pop-up train. What is the one thing that you're like, that is a major thing I have to address and that you never saw coming?
Major thing? Well, first off, number one, you have to make sure you're good with the health departments, no matter where you're going.
Yeah.
Because if you're not good with the health department and you don't have your items together that you need for them to pass you, you're not doing anything. You
probably shouldn't be.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
But
from a consumer standpoint, please be okay with the health department.
Absolutely. But as far as things personally, have confidence in your product, know what you're doing, and do it to the best of your abilities. And try and be creative outside the box. Anyone.
I feel like that's what really makes Wolf Pizza great.
Yeah.
Is I can't think of anywhere that has shaved Brussels sprouts on pizza. You have a vodka sauce one. I can't remember. The Nice Guy?
Yes, absolutely. Fresh basil, vodka sauce, mozzarella, mimolette.
Now, do you try to source your product locally? Or?
As best we can, yeah. As we go to local farmers on the Cape and off Cape. Anytime they've got something good, we try and pick it up.
Well, I think it's an amazing product you have coming out.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll see you more on Saturdays,
Absolutely.
not Sunday, Andy. Keep it up, man. It's great. I'm glad. Every time you're here, I'm like, hey, man, we should talk. And I'm glad we finally got a chance to get you on the podcast. So I won't keep you because I'm sure you're off.
No worries.
Go cook pizza somewhere else. So.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Andy. And
Thanks, Charlie. At every point in your life, you kind of have those first moments, that first teacher that means a lot to you, the person you first have a beer with. And I'm standing here with Scott Cunningham, the first person I ever worked hungover with. So, former Stop and Shop front-end supervisor now. What do you like? Head of robotic employees there? What do you do there now?
Andy, now I'm head of ethics and compliance to Stop and Shop supermarkets.
You're head of what?
Ethics and compliance.
That can't be right.
It is right. Bob DeLotte taught us right. Here we are today.
But, so we lost connection. You live in Plymouth now, so we've reconnected.
Yep.
And you're here at the Mayflower 400th anniversary party. What do you think? You're heading out. You said you're feeling good. Ethically feeling good.
I am ethically feeling good. Great time. I love Mayflower Brewery. It's always a good time.
and from 1995 or earlier when we were working with Stop and Shop, I got to say, I think we were taught the right way because you go where the beer is the best and it's brewed the best, and Mayflower does the best job at doing that, as well as a lot of local breweries around this area.
Nice. What was your beer of choice for today?
Tonight I had a little Audubon, and then I kicked it up to a... well, they didn't have the golden ale, so
No.
I was suffering a bit. I'm not going to lie.
The golden ale is excellent. They haven't had it. So, have you tried the 400 yet?
I have not tried the
Are
400.
you an IPA guy or not an IPA?
Nah, I'm more of a lighter beer guy, but I like the honey beer they make in the summertime, but they didn't have that tonight, so strictly Audubon tonight.
Nice. Did you have a chance? See, I'm feeling good too. I literally just got back from Vegas last night, so my brain is completely fuzzy.
Vegas, this guy.
Yeah. Did you get to sample any food or?
What was it?
Sample any food?
I did not have any food, but my friend's cousin is one of the contractors out here, and always the vendors are the best time here, whether it's the SWAT truck or any of the guys coming around. They're the best ones because all summer long down at Pine Hills, we were there every weekend, and it had made such a good time.
It sounds like they're going to be doing that again this year.
Outstanding.
And they've already been talking to us. It sounds like maybe they're down there this summer. So,
and the food trucks come in. They're so good to the kids. Mayflower Brewery is so good to the kids. It's a family event. It's outstanding.
So what's the overall vibe for the beer garden down there? Is it kind of like very relaxed?
It's great.
Is like
so
live
chill.
music? Yeah.
Everybody sits around the fire, has a good time, and all the kids can go. They play football, kickball, and the parents just kind of hang out. Love it. Always good.
So the real question is, how long ago was the Rockland Stop and Shop? I feel like...
Well, Abington opened in April of 1995, so Rockland, Scott here, started in 1989.
Next year,
with
it
Jeff
would be
McDonald.
30 years ago that I worked there.
Scott's actually 31 years, and Jeff McDonald is 31 and a half from the Rockland Stop
Do you
and
still
Shop.
keep in touch with all those people?
Absolutely. Scott Lacey, Kim Cut.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, everybody. Dan Barry, I see once in a while, and his wife, yourself, a lot of good people back from the 90s.
Outstanding. Well, it's good to see you, man.
You
Thanks
too.
for giving me a couple minutes before you take off, and I'm sure I'll see you around town. Okay. So we're here with Sandra and Sandra's dad, right? Sandra, is that right?
No, Andy. Don't be fresh.
Former podcast guest Cassandra, the dog catcher in town, good friend.
Yes.
She's
It's
giving me dirty
something.
looks.
Okay.
And her dad. So,
Yes.
Greetings. I am a very short number of years away from hanging out with my kids at breweries because they're like super close. Is that cool? Like, give me the vibe. Like,
oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
I
mean,
we couldn't. I don't think we could be so much closer.
Does it mean you guys are always hanging out together? And that's awesome.
Well, we also live next door to each other, so that's helpful.
So you think he would be sick
We
of your
live
shit?
50 yards away from each other.
Yeah. And Dan's here. Dan is
I'm here. Yep.
Cassandra's wife is Dan.
No comment.
So, give me some highlights. We've been stuck behind the table. What are you guys seeing? What's been good? What beers are you drinking?
A lot of beers. In my.
We had the kitchen sink today, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes, I also had the kitchen sink, which was everything that I could have hoped for.
Nice. Dan's rubbing my shoulder. It's making me a little uncomfortable.
I got my friend Matt here. Matt's here. He's drinking too.
What's up? You talk right into there. Okay. So, we've all hung out at Mayflower before.
Sure.
Why is Mayflower a cool place to hang out?
It's always a great place to come. There's a big crowd.
Yeah.
The bands are great.
Yeah, they have the
great
big band
atmosphere
playing right now.
Right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Big venue space, lots of fun board games.
Yeah.
Right.
Tons of people right now. Everyone's enjoying themselves. Great beer. Oh my God, it is so packed right now.
So, wait, Dan, come back here. What, and this is going to be a little inside baseball, is your favorite Hot Pocket?
Oh, definitely pepperoni and cheese. Your basic Hot Pocket.
It's the greatest thing ever when you're hungover, when you're bored, you just want to eat your feelings away. Nothing like a pepperoni and cheese Hot Pocket.
Fish looks like he can't believe that Dan just said that on the podcast.
What I can't believe is Cassandra picked this guy, so...
She picked me because I have a beard that provides warmth to everybody. It's nice and...
You do have that craft beer beard. The key word there was anybody. Anybody who is willing, that beer will provide warmth for. Okay.
Dan does look like he could work here.
So, Cassandra.
Yes.
This is apropos of nothing, but you recently... This is super cool. It's all over Facebook. But there was a whale skull that washed up on the beach.
Yes.
So again, that's just cool. So what is it in your living room? Like, what happened?
Well, it has
It's
been
in an
moved.
undisclosed location.
It's been moved to an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
So we are hoping to clean it up, get all of the extra blubber and whatnot off of it, make it not smell like low tide.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put it by the boat ramp downtown as an education piece.
Oh, so very cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So as Cassandra's dad,
yes,
I feel like you should be proud. I don't know if it works.
Oh,
in your mouth,
I can't.
She's a fixture in town. You know, she's got.
Yeah, there are no words at how proud I am of her.
Yeah.
He's so sweet.
We were actually just saying that I'm from town.
Yeah.
I've been here since 1978, and she knows more people than I do.
It's true.
Yeah.
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 Well, you should let him on his page more often so he can go out and meet more people.
Yeah.
Well, usually when I see someone and he thinks that I know them, he just introduces himself like, "Hey, I'm Cassandra's dad." Like, you have a name. It's Ed.
But everybody knows
No,
her.
he doesn't have Cassandra's dad. It's
Yeah,
his name.
I'm pretty much known as Cassandra's dad.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think Cassandra does a great job. So
She's
one
awesome.
dad to another. Good work.
Yes!
And
Dan's back.
Dan may have had a couple.
Yes. She's Louise.
Okay. I'm like, who's waving at me?
Yeah, I'm definitely. I couldn't be more proud of her and what she's accomplished so far.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Oh,
He's so
guys.
nice. He's so nice.
This feels like the kind of nonsense that happens on Beer Talk.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us. And just before you go, what's your favorite Mayflower beer?
Oh, I really liked when they did Priscilla.
What is it?
Priscilla, their Pilsner.
Today it's the kitchen sink for sure.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I haven't had that one yet.
It's amazing.
Just had a chance to have the Resistance is Fruitile. Fantastic. The apricot and peach.
Yeah, excellent. Never mind. We're not going to talk to Dan. Because, yeah, we don't need to.
Well, thanks,
What is
Andy.
it, Dan? What's your favorite beer?
Thank you, Andy.
No. Favorite Mayflower beer. You're giving a shout out to Mayflower.
Oh, it would definitely be...
Into the microphone. Right here.
It would definitely be Fruitile. I'm a sour fan. Fruitile's got to take it.
Do you prefer the apricot or the older one that was the berries?
Definitely the berries.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay. The apricot's so solid.
The apricot's got like a 9, but the berries got like a 10.
Perfect. All right. Go get more stamps on your pencil. Thanks, guys. Man, Inebriate Art started back in 2011. We started figure drawing almost 7 years ago. And at that point, we were at New World Tavern. Only like 2 or 3 people knew us. And Rachel was one of those people.
Hello.
Rachel was one of those people. You don't have the headphones on, don't you? Jesus. So, Rachel, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you.
How's this first time you've been on?
It's been great so far. Haven't messed up yet.
You haven't said anything bad yet.
No.
So, I mean, we met through the New World Tavern.
Yeah.
And that was forever ago.
Amazing
and
ago.
now you're like a grown-up.
Oh, God, it sucks, man.
So, what brought you down to Mayflower tonight?
Responsibilities.
Responsibilities?
Yeah, to Mayflower, man. This place is amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been here since it was a baby as well.
So, you don't even have a beer in your hand. We grabbed you as soon as you came through the door.
Yep.
What are you drinking tonight?
Porter, oatmeal stout, casked anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you try the new 400?
I did try it. My husband basically snuck in first day and got us a few cans.
Husband, and his name's what? Steve?
Jonathan Coburn.
Sean, no.
Yeah, not a single person. He lives under a rock.
Doesn't stalk me at the grocery store in the morning.
He's a real friendly guy, I promise.
So, we're recording Bar Talk today, and Bar Talk is all about industry life.
Yeah.
You left the industry how many years ago?
2 at this point. For good, 2, yeah.
Do you miss it?
Oh, dude, I miss it every day. It's so amazing. I live vicariously through Sean, who is still working at Salt, even at this moment.
That's right. I forgot he was
Yeah.
So, what is it that you miss?
I don't know. Someone named Andy Driscoll. I'm not allowed to just throw that name out.
Of course. You have to be in the industry to miss me. But I feel like when you're in the industry, you do nothing but bitch about it.
No, that just means you weren't having enough fun.
Yeah.
And like you said, I worked at New World Tavern. That place just like...
we had so much fun there.
Yeah, so much fun. Whether you were slinging the drinks or drinking the drinks or...
I remember the only time I've ever complained about that was...
The time you didn't have me.
The time you abandoned us. And we got stuck with someone else, and I'm like, she was kind of a bitch. You're not allowed to ever leave. And
I have more than made up for
later,
that.
you're like, I quit.
Yep. I promise, guys, I love you.
But you quit because you grew up and had kids.
Yeah, had some kids. Some little leeches.
Yeah.
Best leeches in my life.
They're great.
We will take them inebriated drawing when you maybe do your crayon night again, if you ever did that. Should do a kids version.
Oh, fuck no.
When you did your like...
Fuck no. We had one 8-year-old show up for one of our paint nights, and I'm like, kill me. I was so miserable. It's the worst. I love my kids. Other kids are horrible.
But they're also like, well on their way by now.
Oh, they're like, my son's 6 months away from being an adult.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So when are you coming back?
Next week. Surprise!
You're lying.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, you were super lying.
No, I just like to appreciate from this end at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there might be a life for me again. And randomly, Carl and Roman asked us to sub in, and
they could use some help.
Yeah, so you should always just be like, hey, give Rachel a call. She'll totally come in.
I'm going to do that. See, you're a little tipsy and you think it's funny, but you're going to call from Roman.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, my God, they're going to hear the podcast and just, call me tomorrow.
So give our listeners the golden rule, being a bartender server. Like, what's the one thing you wish you knew when you started?
Wish I knew when I started?
Yeah. It's not about me.
Wait, okay.
Not like, Andy's great, because our listeners know that.
You have pride. You have power. You are a bad mother trucker who don't take no stuff from anybody.
You can swear.
You know what that is, though, right?
Oh, shit. Yes?
It's the bobsled movie. You can't believe... Cool Runnings.
Thank you. Yes.
That's the pep talk.
Yeah.
It gives you have pride. You have power. Yeah, it's just, advocate for yourself. Memory. Why that part? Because it's just hilarious. Because he doesn't know what he's saying to himself yet. But, it's kind of true.
Yeah.
So, as a new time server bartender.
So be proud.
Be proud. You got more power than you think. And you're a bad motherfucker who don't take no shit from nobody.
Awesome. Well, I can't imagine another bit of advice coming that good. Rachel, thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Okay, so we're here with Steve.
Yeah.
And so Steve, what beer are you drinking?
Right now, I'm kind of hooked on the Nitro Coffee Porter.
The Nitro Coffee? That's great. So are you a Mayflower regular, or did you come here specifically for this event?
Kind of like a floater, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm kind of a different breed.
Jump around to different breweries, or?
I do. I play some music at some local places, so I just go for good beer.
Nice. So, what do you play? Like, what instrument?
Guitar, bass, drums.
And are you in a band, or?
I started my own a while ago, but just you get a little bit older and the guys float around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just kind of centralize and do your own thing. And
are you playing out anywhere?
Not right now. Well, I mean, I am, because I'm all over the place. I'm kind of all over the map, just having fun and really appreciating the music, having a lot of fun. Kind of flows through you.
What's that?
When the music just happens and you make it all.
Yeah.
You're just like a vehicle for the music, man.
So what brought you to the 400th party?
Good question. My girlfriend Kim wanted to come check out some good local beer.
Yeah.
And I'm from I'm originally from East Milton Square, but I moved to Brant Rock a while ago.
Okay.
And the people are completely amazing. Good family style. And I moved away a little while ago to raise my daughter, send her off to college. And I'm thinking of coming back, and Kim mentioned coming back. And hello, Mayflower. I mean, no brainer.
Yeah. So, do you feel that kind of the atmosphere that you find here at Mayflower, is that kind of something that's all over town? Like you said, you moved to Brant Rock, which is not...
I'd like it to be all over town.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like it to be all over New England or more.
Yeah.
What's the question?
What's the question? I don't know. It's been a long day, man. I just came in from Vegas last night, so my brain's been very squippy.
Hey, all good.
So there's been a lot of food here today.
I've always been a fan of Mayflower.
Yeah.
And but you kind of then you hang off in the wings and see if they step it up or how they do.
For the what?
Well, you kind of hang off. There's so many breweries popping up in the
they're
area,
everywhere.
right? Between Boston, Providence, Worcester.
It seems like every town has one now.
The trifecta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are a lot of breweries popping up, but it really comes down to who's holding true and who's really in it for the passion. These people are amazing.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, because I was talking to the owner, Drew, earlier, and I'm like, you're on the borderline of almost not being craft anymore. It's such a big facility. You're so well known. Originally...
That's an insult.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, I don't think so. I wasn't
it's all
intended.
craft, man. The guy puts his boots on in the morning.
Of course he does.
Puts his feet on the floor and goes to work.
But at one point, Sam Adams was a craft brewery, and now it is a corporation. So
that's a different animal.
At what point does the craft brewery become the corporate facility?
When you sign the papers, I guess. I'm sure there's when you get the legal team involved. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's on a different level.
I mean, and that's the thing. But that's the thing. It meant as an insult. It's just, at some point you're not a microbrewery anymore.
Well, then you would need to define microbrewery, and I don't really define microbrewery.
Me personally?
Yes, please.
I'm just kind of posing the question in general. I'm not
No, but you're saying microbrewery, so I'm just asking what the definition is.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it would be a certain point.
I would say it's like a creative space.
Okay, but at the same point, this would not be the same type of facility as Second Wind or the new Llama Namas Beer Lab. It's a much bigger facility. They have much larger dispersion. They're shipping to New York in the near future.
I don't know those folks, but I wish them all the best. It's a, you have an open palette to paint with.
Yeah.
And like I said, when whoever it is puts their boots on in the morning and goes to work.
Yep.
Whether you're carving wood or chipping stone or brewing beer.
Well, I think what sets them apart is they're a great part of this town, and they're phenomenal people. And
this is my introduction.
The beer's
I have
amazing.
Not been here before. This is my introduction.
Oh, really? So the beer's amazing. The people are better.
Honestly, I've always been a fan of the beer.
Yeah.
And then to come here on an anniversary year, it exceeded my expectations.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
That's all I have to say.
And they do a lot of events like this. This is one of the bigger ones. But, so hopefully you'll check out the other things they have going on. I know
This is amazing.
We're planning a lot of events with them this summer. They have a hometown throwdown every year. That's a phenomenal thing. They have an open house. It's never a dull moment at the Mayflower Brewery.
Dude, it's positive vibes, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming to talk to us, man. And best of luck to you.
Absolutely, man.
Right.
You too.
Cool.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks.
Peace.
We'll see you. It's kind of winding down, so we figured we would get, one of the smartest, brightest, most hard-working people at Mayflower Brewing, but they were busy, so we got Jeff Nardone. What a great event, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
It was wall-to-wall people.
Yeah, very busy.
Great food, great bands, great beer. Did this exceed your expectations?
Honestly, it did. It did. We expected a good crowd based on the responses on social media and who was interested. But it's an event, and it's a lot of things going on, and you never know who's going to show. So it doesn't hurt. It's January, and competition is not very high.
That's also true.
People aren't saving up for a big playoff game or something like that.
They're not planning on their vacation next week or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
No one's going to the Super Bowl. So.
Yeah, no one's going.
Sadly.
Yeah. So this is also the first thing that I can remember that is a Plymouth 400 event.
Yeah, we're jumping all over that.
Yeah.
So we're here in Plymouth. I grew up here in Plymouth. So
do you know what's weird? So it's just in Vegas, and there's so many people that were like, "Where are you based out of?" And I'm like, "Plymouth, Mass." And they go, "I don't know where that is." I'm like,
"Yeah."
Like Pilgrims, Mayflower. Yeah. They go, I don't know. And I'm like, "We're 30 minutes south of Boston." They go, "Oh, okay."
Look, you can do it a tasting or anything in Boston and say what's the date on the Plymouth Rock, and everyone will say 1492. So to get all the way out in Vegas and them not know where Plymouth is, it's on the Cape.
It's just funny. Yeah. It was kind of a culture shock.
Yeah.
But so, do you think this is like kind of a foreshadowing of what we have to expect in Plymouth in general, or?
From us, this is.
Or is it just because you guys are super cool?
Well, with that, and we have a beer called 400. That probably doesn't hurt. But we wanted to get the ball rolling. A lot of the official stuff doesn't start until April, which will be a part of a lot of the stuff with the town. And we're working with some of our accounts in town to do some special 400 events. But we said, you know what? Let's kick it off and have a party. And, I think honestly we could have called it anything, but the fact that we had really good food, some great music, and a bunch of beers, we usually get a decent crowd.
It's hard to fail with that.
It's a pretty good combo.
Yeah. So, what does Mayflower have planned for the rest of this year?
As far as different beer releases,
just beer releases in general, like what? Give me some highlights that we can expect to see.
Sure. We'll be continuing our Resistance's Fruitile series, which is kettle sours with some different fruit. We'll release a few more of those this year. We're the Koopa series, or our one-off series, which we've had for years. We'll continue to release some. Today, folks got a taste of our next release. Which is the milk stout
that's really good
with the coffee and the cocoa nibs, and so that will be officially out when the TTB says that our label looks okay.
Yeah,
because obviously the beer's ready and the cans are ready and we're ready to go, and the labels are actually here, but we can't really do anything until the government says yes. So that'll be out in a couple of weeks, hopefully, and then after that we got a bunch of different varieties coming out. So. But again, today we have, a one-off of Hefeweizen, which we haven't done one in a while, and that was brewed for today's event. And so I would look forward to any of our events coming up, open house, for instance, that'll have some of those one-off kind of things. So
are you going
to
repeat some of the past successes? Is Hometown Throwdown going to happen again?
Definitely. Hometown Throwdown is locked in. That has been an incredibly successful fundraiser for the town, and as you know, you guys were there. We raised
so much fun.
We ended up raising $17,000 for that food program, that resource program for South Shore Community Action Council. So we'll have that again. The date hasn't been set. We have our charity golf tournament, which is fun. We got our open house, which we're moving back to April.
Okay.
So no competition with Memorial Day, and a variety of different events.
And the beer garden's going to be at Pine Hills again.
Beer garden's been in Pine Hills. We're starting to play around with the movie genre.
Yeah, I'm not asking you on a date, but what's going on Valentine's Day?
I'm just saying we're working with these two guys.
Yeah.
And
so it's going to be Casablanca on Valentine's.
Casablanca on Valentine's.
And they're going to roll out maybe like a monthly, every other monthly kind of double feature thing?
I don't know. There might be some Kung Fu. There might be some Creature double feature.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what could happen?
We got mug painting here in a couple weeks.
We love that. So.
And you guys do like a yoga exercise thing upstairs?
Yeah, that's always
the
popular.
Skinny people tell me about it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, and so then we have a few different groups that do some exercise classes here.
Yeah.
One is called Pound, which is this big exercise class. So they have their own studio now upstairs.
And there's like lights and
she had the stage last night before we set up for this event, and I went in there. Lights were flashing, and I was getting tired watching her warm up. It was exhausting. So they do that. They get great crowds for that, and so. We're up for anything. We got the space. If people want to work with us, we're happy to do it. And there's no shortage of interesting things to do.
Yeah.
And so, we're trying to just be a community. I guess a pub in some respects.
Yeah.
Where people can come and do different things in the community. So
that's awesome. I think what you guys are doing is great. I think today was phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, there were some points where we were behind the table, and it's just like. We can't even get out behind the table.
Yeah, I saw you stuck over here.
Yeah, but no, it was so much fun, and thank you for having us. And
happy to have you guys.
Anytime
you
guys invite us, we'll be back, and a few times when you don't invite us, we'll be back. So.
Well, we appreciate you guys, involving us and being a part of it as well.
Awesome.
So it's just another example of the kind of intermingling of everything going on in this area. So.
Yeah. So any sign-off words to our listeners? So. This is going to be a special episode of Bar Talk, so you can trash talk Carl and Jordan.
I would love to come back on. Please.
Yeah.
I would love to come back on. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of laughs that day. As far as final words, I just want to say thank you to everyone that came out. There was a lot of people here. I saw a ton of new faces, lots of families, and lots of people that just wanted to get out and kind of be part of the festivities. So,
and if you didn't make it today, they can go onto the Mayflower website. They can go to Mayflower Facebook and find out what else is going on. They can find out about the Hometown Throwdown, the charity golf tournament. So just go there and find out what's going on and become a part of it.
Absolutely. If you subscribe anywhere on social media, we usually blast out everything we're doing. So
outstanding.
But look forward to everybody come by and try some more new beer.
Awesome. Thanks,
Great.
man.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.